You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
All writers are prone to becoming so attached to our characters and stories that we struggle to see why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing to full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, shaping stories into masterpieces that can stand the test of time. Editing services are provided for all genres and all age categories. Services range from critiques of a short story through to line edits of a full-length novel and copy editing for those preparing for publication. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites, as well as help with those book blurbs and promotional material. We won't abandon you to the masses. We want to celebrate with you in your successes. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services and prices, visit us at blackwolfeditorial.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it, there to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
Defending liberty 1 hour at a time and broadcasting live from the RWB Network studios in New York City, this is the Ryno Report. Always right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are going to make America great again.
My fellow Americans, let's roll.
And now, here's your host, the Ryno.
Hello. I am everyone, the Ryno, and this is my report. We are coming to you from the RWB Network Studios here in New York. We have not been bombed yet and broadcasted by CRN Digital Talk Radio. So before we get to all that, I just want to put something out there for any of you who are looking to possibly get a job in the Pittsburgh, Kansas, not Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Kansas school system. Your credentials better be in order, because if they aren't, the student journalists who go to school there will definitely torpedo you. Yeah, see, there was this lady named Amy Robertson. She was hired as a principal for this school district, a $93,000 a year position, not bad for the middle of Kansas. But you know what? The journalists for the student newspaper, they did a little digging. You know, that thing that the real adult journalists don't do anymore? Yeah, the student journalists did it. And it turns out her master's degree and her doctoral degree came from an unaccredited online college. So they had to fire her because I guess she forged her documents or whatever. Now she's currently working in the United Arab Emirates. So apparently they take these unaccredited online degrees. Hey, kudos to these student journalists. Journalism is not dead when you're still in high school. Once you get beyond that, who knows? Forget about it. So we do have a very busy show today. We have to talk about mainstream media, right? They're trying to tell Trump supporters that they're not happy with their choice, like they actually know any of us. And they're finally turning the page from this 9-month-old Russian collusion story. So we'll talk about that. We also got to talk about President Trump here, taking more steps to eliminate ISIS. He now employs the use of what they call the MOAB. What's the MOAB? Well, if you haven't had the news on, you'll find out about it right here. Also, things are heating up on the Korean Peninsula. Is this a very expensive game of chicken? Are U.S. troops practicing a removal of Kim Jong-un? There's a lot going on there, too. Also, Lansing, Michigan, they have reversed their decision to become a sanctuary city only a week after taking the vote to become a sanctuary city. So we'll talk about that. Maybe we'll get to health care. Maybe we'll get to the Ryno tax plan, because I know we're all waiting, right? We have to do health care first, apparently, and then we can move to taxes. I'm pretty sure we said that on this show a couple of weeks ago. But I have a tax plan you're all going to like. You're going to love it. It's going to be the best, and we'll see if the Trumpster listens. Probably not. We also have an update on this passenger from that United flight, and another little thing that happened on a United flight that you haven't heard about in the last couple of days. This company, they lost $300 million in stock value a couple days ago, and I don't see it regaining anytime soon. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at Ryno, R-Y-N-O, on air. You can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Ryno Report, and you can always email me, Ryno, at rwbnetwork.com. Do not go anywhere. Hey guys, Ryan the Ryno DeSico here for my friends at Liberty HealthShare. If your health care has become a burden and you're worried about being stuck for another year, listen up, because you do have options. Liberty HealthShare could be the solution to your problem. Open enrollment is here, and this could be your chance to free yourself from insurance. Take this opportunity and join Liberty HealthShare. You can finally be in control and have freedom when it comes to your health care. Liberty HealthShare offers an entirely open network, which means you choose your own doctors and you choose your own hospitals. Liberty HealthShare offers freedom from insurance, meaning there are no related tax penalties. To find out how you can easily make the change, call Liberty HealthShare today at 855-585-4237 or visit their website at libertyhealthshare.org. That's libertyhealthshare.org. Do it today. All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Hey, big shout-outs to everyone listening right now on Red Nation Rising Radio, streaming talk radio, KLRN Radio, Western Free Press, they have a streaming player there, so you got to check that out, westernfreepress.com, and they have a Listen Now button there. Also, crntalk.com, CRN Channel 1, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, and you can always catch the old episodes on demand, iTunes, TuneIn, Spreaker, Stitcher, Podbean, and iHeartRadio. So before we really get into the nitty-gritty here, we talked about journalism maybe being dead, maybe not being dead. Well, is the O'Reilly factor dead? There's a lot of speculation that Bill O'Reilly will not be returning from his, we call it an impromptu vacation. He says it was planned. Who knows? This happened with Megyn Kelly just after that debate where she targeted Donald Trump. And, he has paid off reportedly $13 million to settle harassment claims. He's supposed to come back on the 24th of April. We'll see if he has a tan or not when he does come back, if he does come back. It seems like there is a little bit of a divide when it comes to 21st Century Fox here. You have James Murdoch, the CEO. He would like to keep him, right? I'm sorry, Lachlan and Rupert want to keep him. James, who wanted Ailes gone, wants to get rid of O'Reilly. So, of course, James and Lachlan are the sons of Rupert Murdoch. And so we'll see, 13 advertisers gone, that's a lot. He has this, now Wendy Walsh, I guess, came forward, say that he sexually harassed her. We spoke about this a little bit with Donna Fiducia last week, and she said it's rampant. She said this happens all over the place. Some people, it's just their nature to be touchy-feely, and while that's still inappropriate, it's just their nature. They don't mean any harm by it. And then there are people who are just, they're horn dogs, and that's how it is. So I think O'Reilly will be back. He's not the kind of guy who's going to walk away from anything. I don't think he feels his career in journalism is over, and which would bring up an interesting, case of who would you put in that spot if he doesn't come back? Do you promote Hannity to the 8 p.m. spot? That could be a lot for him. He has the radio show 3 to 6, and then would have to do the on-air TV at 8. That would be a lot. Do you bring in some retread? I don't think Eric Bowling can do it. I don't think, you can't put Geraldo there. So I don't know what you would do with that. So that would be a very interesting thing. And would you give Tucker Carlson his second promotion in 2 months? I mean, who knows? Who knows? I think O'Reilly will be back, though. So don't worry. Don't worry. Now, I'm getting a little sick of this. I'm getting a little sick of mainstream media trying to tell me that I'm not happy. Aren't you getting tired of this? They say Trump has changed his positions on NATO, right? On China. I love how he says China. China. Foreign interventions. He has changed his positions. He's no longer a nationalist, which they pegged as being a bad thing only a couple of months ago. And they keep telling you that you can't be happy. The Trump supporters, they're not buying this anymore. They're turning on their president. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't see any of that. If anything, what I'm seeing is a little bit of these never-Trumpers. Once a never-Trumper, always a never-Trumper. I get that. But I'm seeing some of them come over because I don't think you're seeing a shift to the center. What they're saying is when you have these airstrikes in Syria, and of course now this bomb in Afghanistan, that this is a tremendous shift to the center. Now, I don't know too many political scales around the world where a centrist is somebody that bombs people. So I'm not quite sure where they're getting this. They say Bannon's been reassigned, and now Ivanka and Jared Kushner have his ear instead of Steve Bannon. Who knows where Reince Priebus factors this into the whole thing? I do believe he's a short timer. I think what mainstream media has yet to really grapple with is that President Trump doesn't really fit into any category. The guy's 71 years old or 70 years old. He's not going to start changing parties left and right. He's not an ideologue, which is why a lot of people liked him. He didn't come to you and say, I'm a conservative. Ted Cruz, very proud of being a conservative, and good for him. I'm happy that he's proud of that. But Donald Trump didn't say that, and he didn't call himself a populist. Mainstream media called him a populist. Now, he just kind of goes with the flow. If he needs to be aggressive at one point, he's going to be aggressive. See, I'm tired of this. You say something 4 years ago, and they try to hammer you to that. So Donald Trump in 2013 puts out a tweet that says something about we shouldn't go into Syria. I don't have the exact tweet in front of me. You guys have seen it a million times. Right, we shouldn't go into Syria. And that's the first thing they pull up is he even said we shouldn't do anything with Syria. We should keep our noses clean on this one. But, you know, that's 4 years ago. See, here at the show, we're going to have lunch after the show is over. I have changed my mind of what I want 6 times in the last 7 minutes. How come we're not allowed to change our mind? And especially when given more information. See, all of us, we don't have a lot of information. We have what we read. We have what these quote-unquote investigative reporters try to tell us, and there aren't too many of those left. But when you sit in that chair, when you are the president of the United States of America, the most powerful person in the known universe, you have more information. There's a lot of things we don't know about. And I know the conspiracy theorists, they go nuts with this stuff. But maybe he knows something. Maybe he has the best generals, the best advisors, the best of everything. Feeding him information, feeding him war game scenarios. He has that. We don't. So we have to trust, especially if you're one of these people who you think maybe you know your vote wasn't good. You don't like it now. You just trust that he's doing the right thing because he hasn't been wrong yet. There hasn't been an instance where he's really made a bad decision. There were a couple little campaign goofs here and there. Maybe going after the Khan family wasn't the greatest thing in the world. But he recovered, he changed the narrative, and he kept going. You know, it's like when you're trying to sell a car. The first job of that salesperson is to disarm you. And I don't mean physically disarm you if you're carrying a weapon. What I mean is, you know, you're going to look at the car and you're going to say, yeah, it's nice, but maybe the leather looks a little too stiff. They say, yeah, but that means it's new and it's good and it's not going to wear. They disarm that argument. So that's what Donald Trump does really well. So we have to trust that these decisions are being made in a calculated fashion. And I know for some people that's a little hard to swallow because they think he's a little trigger happy with the Twitter. But these are good decisions. So mainstream media telling you that these are bad decisions, when after he did the airstrikes, all they could say was how good that was. And then 2 days later it was they didn't do anything, and it was just a show, and then the conspiracy theories about how Russia told Assad to chemical attack his people so that Trump could look good. They come up with all of this nonsense, all of this static, and then they tell you that you're not happy. Maybe they should look at their own ratings. Maybe the people aren't happy with what they're seeing there. So don't let them tell you. And don't let them tell you we're about to get into World War III with China. That's the next thing that's coming. That couldn't be further from the truth. Not even close. When we come back, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about North Korea, and we're going to talk about this large non-nuclear bomb that they just dropped on Afghanistan, and why this had to happen, why it was a good decision, and why Kim Jong-un is pooing his little pants right now.
Hear all the talk about Wayne Dupree?
Say my name, say my name.
The Wayne Dupree Show, 5 nights a week on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
You know, jump on and straighten out some lies that have been going on. I mean, I wasn't drunk or anything, but I heard my name.
Say his name 3 times and he appears on the radio.
Yeah, you know what happens when I hear my name.
11 p.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific. When you want the truth with no filter, The Wayne Dupree Show is real talk for real Americans.
It's like something leads me to it. I have to go find out why is somebody talking about me when they don't know me.
Join Wayne Dupree and co-host Hutch Bailey Jr.
This show is, we will bring you entertainment. We will bring you fun. We will talk politics.
This is a fine-tuned machine.
And as you know, we support Donald Trump. We're not in love with him.
Oh, that's absolutely right. If he does something wrong, I'll be the first one out there.
They have the most honest show. That's all I can say. It's the most honest.
The Wayne Dupree Show, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Say my name.
If you have a loved one you think has a drug or alcohol problem, listen closely to this message. The clock is ticking on your family, and when it stops, someone dies. Alcohol and drug-related deaths have doubled in the last few years. You don't have time to wait. If you think your loved one has an issue, call Ken Seeley Rehab now. Let us help your family. We'll focus on fixing the core issues and help your entire family heal. And we are not just another revolving treatment center. You're not just another number to us. You're a family. We can help your family heal the shame and the pain of addiction. Ken Seeley Rehab accepts most PPO insurance policies. If this is you, call now. We want to help.
800-978-4814. 800-978-4814. 800-978-4814. That's 800-978-4814.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Located in the heart of Maui's premier resort, Kaanapali Beach Hotel is officially recognized as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel and the #1 best value in Hawaii. With a range of accommodations and affordable dining options, this is the ideal setting to turn Hawaiian dreams into lifelong memories. Live Hawaiian entertainment every evening, free year-round children's programs, weekly arts and crafts fairs, welcome breakfast, and departure kukui lei ceremonies add to the value. Swim in the whale-shaped pool, indulge in the fabulous spa and hotel salon. Enjoy Hawaiian hospitality at its best at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Call 800-262-8450 or go to kbhmaui.com. That's kbhmaui.com. Aloha.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today, and welcome back to the Ryno Report. So in case you didn't hear about this, this is a little interesting. Every time that little fat kid over there in North Korea, every time he shoots off a missile and it falls into the Sea of Japan or the South China Sea and they call it a great success, every time that happens, the South Koreans are going out there and they're finding these missiles because they want to see what they're made of. You know, it's intelligence gathering. And what they're finding, very, very interesting, is that some of these missiles, perhaps the majority of them, are being led by U.S. guidance boards. So let me back up a little bit here. Back in May of 1999, the New York Times ran an article about Bill Clinton and how he was helping China with their satellite stuff. They couldn't get these satellites to orbit in space properly. They were all shooting out to the moon or something. Who knows? But they couldn't do it. So he allowed, through I believe our Commerce Department, he allowed the sale and development of these guidance boards to be attached to these ICBMs of sort, so to help guide these satellites in orbit around the planet. Now, if you believe that, then you probably read the New York Times often. So what happened is these boards are now somehow winding up in the hands of North Korea. And, of course, that's probably because of their connection to China, which now, all of a sudden, is sort of singing a different tune once they realized how much money we owe them. By the way, don't be fearful of any war with China because they are going to take our side. We owe them an awful lot of money. We take a lot of products from them. They're not going to side with Kim Jong-un. This is not going to be North Korea and China and Russia versus us. So don't think for a second that China isn't on our side. They want their money. Plus, they make a lot of iPhones, right? So there's that too. But they're finding these U.S.-made missile guidance boards. And so they're coming from China, and they came from China, and they got to China from Bill Clinton. So once again, the Clintons have a way of inserting themselves into every single conversation because they just have made bad decisions while they've been in lofty positions for the last 30 years. If you look at, everything that's happened, Hillary Clinton has totally screwed up the world as it is right now from her time as Secretary of State. There's nothing that has gone right since she left. Everybody said she was leaving because she wanted to run for president. She had to, she did her 4 years as Secretary of State, and she wanted to gear up for a campaign. No, she knew she was so deep in the weeds, she was up to her earlobes and crap, that she had to leave. And this is the the end game. This is what happens. We get into all these conflicts. These are landmines that were set by Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and even as far back, if you talk about nuclear treaties with North Korea, from Bill Clinton. This goes back a long time. And yet, right now, we're involved in like 6 different countries. And there are people out there, you libertarians and maybe alt-right a little bit, who think we shouldn't be involved in any of this and we have to think nation first, country first. But sometimes getting involved here is nation first. For instance, with the airstrikes in Syria. If we continue to let Assad do what he's doing, there is going to be no end to the refugee crisis. You have to stop the problem, right? You can't just treat the symptom. You have to cure the problem. The problem in Syria is Assad. Maybe we don't oust him right now, but he needs to go. Because as long as he's in power there are going to be millions of Syrian refugees flooding across Europe and across into this country. You can't stop that while he's there. So that's one reason how getting involved in Syria does help us here. Now, China, like I said, no war with China. Not going to happen. Way too much money at stake. But now we're learning North Korea has sarin-tipped missiles that maybe they're pointing at us. Maybe they're pointing at South Korea. They're going to do a 6th nuclear test. That's coming up. And now, what are they thinking? Because we just dropped the largest non-nuclear bomb that we have in our arsenal on Afghanistan. It's called a MOAB, the mother of all bombs, technically the GBU-43. Now, we shouldn't be too surprised by this. Donald Trump told us while he was campaigning, told us during the transition, and told us after he was inaugurated that he's not going to let us know what his military plans are. Yeah, Afghanistan kind of comes out of left field here because we associate Afghanistan with Al-Qaeda, right? That's how we associate it because that's how it was in 2001. Well, it has been overrun with Al-Qaeda, Taliban, now ISIS, and the tunnels they hit. I hope there were 20,000 ISIS people in those tunnels when that bomb landed. And if we have to drop 500 more bombs on them to get rid of them, that's what you do. Because when you have cockroaches in your house, you don't put out one piece of bait. You put out lots of bait and you kill all the cockroaches. So I, for one, am in favor of this. Because this is nation first. Protect the homeland. And it starts with eradicating it overseas.
This is the Mungle on Movies. I'm Matt Mungle. The Fate of the Furious opens this week. Vin Diesel returns as Dominic and talks about why the Furious saga continues.
The fan base is unlike anything I've ever seen. I think it's unlike anything the studio has ever seen. The public adopted as their own, which was part of the reason why I felt compelled to return to the Dom character in the first place.
For more reviews, interviews, and movie info, visit mungleshow.com or follow me on Twitter @TheMungle.
If you're eligible for Medicare, you need to know there is money available to you that can lower your Medicare prescription costs. How much can you save? Find out now by making a free call to Health Markets. They'll search from a variety of nationally recognized plans to find you the right coverage at a price that fits your budget. And they'll do all this valuable research for you at no charge to you. And remember, you may be able to save money on your prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge. Call Health Markets right now.
800-990-0351. 800-990-0351. 800-990-0351. That's 800-990-0351.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., licensed in all 50 states and D.C. Service and product availability varies by state. Agents may be compensated based on your enrollment.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1,800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, Is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808. Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Welcome back to the show. Check out all the older episodes on demand. iTunes, TuneIn, Spreaker, Stitcher, Podbean, iHeartRadio, or of course, RynoReport.com. You can also listen live from RynoReport.com. You go to the Listen Now page, and there's a little button in the top left-hand corner. Well, it's not so little. I'd say it's maybe the 18 font, maybe. So it's not so little. And you click on that, and you can listen live right there, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. So you need to eradicate these terrorists outside of this country. See, here's the thing. There's always been this theory that you have to whack the head off of any criminal element, whether it be the cartels, whether it be the mafia, whether it be terrorists. There's always been this running thought that you have to whack the head off, and that way it can't operate. But that's just not the case, especially when it comes to terrorists and ISIS and the Taliban and Al-Qaeda, because there's always somebody ready to step in and become the new head. It happens almost instantaneously, just as if something were to happen to our president, our vice president. If you've seen that Designated Survivor show, there's always a plan in place. That's one of the first plans you come up with, what you have to do. Like with the drugs, the drug cartels, and the problem we have across this country, you have to deal with it from the bottom up. You have to deal with it from the low-level people. And I don't just mean capture these low-level people and interrogate them and find out who their dealer is and who their dealer is and who their supplier is. That's not how you do it. You have to eradicate the low-level people, and it goes for terrorism too, because if you just bomb the snot out of them, it's no longer advantageous to join. If you're the one who's being targeted, if you're just a foot soldier and you know they're going after the heads, then you go, okay, well, I'll worry about that when the time comes. But if you're a new recruit and you're crawling through the sand and you're doing whatever these terrorists do to train, and you know that from day one you're going to be a target, the bottom of the barrel is going to be the main target, people are going to stop joining. It's no longer advantageous. Just like with drug dealers, if you find one of these people walking around with 10 bags of heroin on them, you throw them in prison for 45 years, and it's no longer advantageous. They won't do it anymore. People will say, I won't sell heroin. I won't even have it on me because the time is just too harsh. So that's how you have to deal with these terrorists. And if it means dropping a tremendous bomb like the GBU-43, the Moab, the mother of all bombs, on a bunch of tunnels in Afghanistan, then that's what you have to do. Because these tunnels allow these people to just flow freely from place to place, undetected, moving munitions, moving everything. This is a good decision, and I'm glad, mainstream media is flipping out because they didn't know about it. They didn't know. No one knew this was coming. Well, good, because the minute you know, they know. And the last 8 years, we've gotten so used to the president saying, and of course I'm referring to Barack Obama, well, we're going to go to Tikrit in 4 months, and we're going to go to Tikrit in 3 months, and we're gearing up to go to Tikrit next Tuesday. We'll be there by noon. You can't do that anymore. There has to be an element of surprise. You can't disclose all of your knowledge, all of your military plans out in public, because then guess what? They get to prepare for it. It seems like such a stupid idea. I'm surprised there were generals on board with this in the Obama administration, because that's not a tactic. There's more strategy when it comes to playing the kids' game Battleship than there was in the Obama administration. So this is a good move. Is it a little heavy-handed? Yeah, and you know what? It better be. Because you have someone like Kim Jong-un who's watching this. You have someone like Vladimir Putin, who, by the way, turns out isn't our best friend. Gee, who would have thunk it, right? You have someone like him watching it. You have other people seeing it. Maybe Angela Merkel doesn't spout her mouth off so much anymore. You have to show that you are a force in this world, that America is back, and we are not going to put up with it, because a terrorist in Afghanistan, a terrorist in Syria, a terrorist in Jordan, in Yemen, wherever you are a threat to this country, and we will stop at nothing to mitigate that threat. And that's what the president did. And there are plenty of people who are not going to like it. And that's just too damn bad. Because this is how you do it. And it sounds brutal and it sounds rough. At the end of the day, the media is only concerned because they didn't know about it. See, that was the whole thing with Hillary Clinton, was they wanted her to win, not because they agree with her policies, but because they wanted access. Their access is very, very limited now. If you saw the press conference today with Sean Spicer, it was like 8 minutes long. No more of these 95-minute press conferences where all they do is take every single word you say and just twist it up and spin it around and spit it back out at somebody with a whole different narrative. It was like 8 minutes long. This is what we did. This is what we're going to do. The president's schedule is this. Thanks for showing up. And that's how you have to handle these things. Mainstream media has done nothing to show you the successes of this president. We are in day, 82 or something, and there is so much he's accomplished. And now he's starting to tackle immigration. And we see Jeff Sessions is very involved with immigration. And this is going to be something else the media is going to focus on. Because you know what happened is this Russian collusion story, it's done. It's over. Once those airstrikes in Syria happened, and then the Tillerson Rex comes back yesterday and says that we're at a low point in relations with Russia, it's over. The collusion story's over because nobody's going to believe it. Not that they should have believed it to begin with, but it's over now. So they're going to have to find something else. Attorney General Jeff Sessions says he's going to add 50 new judges to the immigration bench this year. 75 next year. And you know what? That's still not enough. Still not enough, but it's a step in the right direction. And this money has been earmarked for this for years. And the Obama administration refused to do it because the whole goal, like we've said ad nauseum, is to change the demographics in this country so that everybody goes left. That was the goal for the last 20 years, and it's the goal now. Jeff Sessions is finally going to put an end to this. We're going to lock up the criminals, and no more catch and release. It's done. We even saw in Lansing, Michigan. Did you guys hear about this? First of all, that mayor, what's his name, Virgil Bernero or something? He sounds like the guy from Tommy Boy, that Zelensky guy, really, really heavy Midwestern accent. They voted 6-0 last week to make Lansing a sanctuary city, and then they said, oh, what? Trump's serious about this losing money thing? Let's reverse this. They reversed the vote. Somebody else showed up, and they voted 5-2 against being a sanctuary city. The tide is changing in this country. The tide is changing. It is the Trump era. Hang on or get off. Either way, the train is moving. Hang in there, guys. Hey guys, Ryan the Ryno DeSico here for my friends at Liberty HealthShare. If your healthcare has become a burden and you're worried about being stuck for another year, listen up, because you do have options. Liberty HealthShare could be the solution to your problem. Open enrollment is here, and this could be your chance to free yourself from insurance. Take this opportunity and join Liberty HealthShare. You can finally be in control and have freedom when it comes to your healthcare. Liberty HealthShare offers an entirely open network, which means you choose your own doctors and you choose your own hospitals. Liberty HealthShare offers freedom from insurance, meaning there are no related tax penalties. To find out how you can easily make the change, call Liberty HealthShare today at 855-585-4237 or visit their website at libertyhealthshare.org. That's libertyhealthshare.org. Do it today.
You know, Fred Dry and I have been talking about BlueApron.com, where they send you fresh food right to your house with the recipes and everything. And you've been using this, Fred Dry, and you made dinner for me the other night.
Yes, I did. I had my Blue Apron on, and I noticed you didn't bring your Blue Apron with you, but we put a beach towel around you, and you did quite nicely getting that food shoved in there.
Salmon piccata was delicious, and you got all the fresh ingredients. They give you the recipe with it. It's less than $10 a person. There's so many new recipes. It's flexible. You can customize the recipes. Very easy to do. We were watching TV while you put the meal together.
You can't beat it. There's a knock on the door. They deliver it. You put it in the oven. You cook it and put it in your favorite type pie tins. And you're sitting there in front of the TV. The next thing you know, you're falling asleep.
Blue Apron has a freshness guarantee for you. Here's the best part. You get your first 3 meals free with free shipping. You go to BlueApron.com, put in the keyword dryer. That's Blue Apron, BlueApron.com/dryer, DRYER.
Alright guys, welcome back to the show. So if anyone wants to tell you that dropping this mother of all bomb, the GBU-43, was a bad idea, this was a calculated, exact strike on a terrorist network. If they want to tell you it was a bad idea and we shouldn't do it and we're not the policemen, then that person was obviously not in New York City on Tuesday, September 11, 2001. They weren't there. They didn't see what these people are capable of. They didn't smell what these people are capable of. They didn't go to the memorial services where there's nothing there to memorialize. There's nothing there. There's a picture of somebody. You know why? Because they were incinerated. They can't find anything. They don't know the police officers who have died, hundreds that have died after 9/11 because of the debris they were sucking in. The firemen, 300-plus firemen who walked into danger, climbed those stairs knowing they would never, ever get out. They don't know those people. They didn't see it. They didn't smell it. They didn't experience it. That's why you drop a bomb like this. It's a show of strength. We're not going to take it anymore. We're done being the world's doormat. You can't come here and try and change our society. And you're going to say, but Ryno, they weren't here. But they would have come here. They send their soldiers here. They're not happy just dancing around in their robes over in the sand. That's not what they're happy doing. They want to come here and they want to commit these heinous acts. That's what they're training to do. It's not the flippin' Boy Scouts. They're not learning how to tie knots and help old ladies across the street. That's not what they're doing. So I challenge anybody to say this was a bad idea. This was a show of strength, a show of American strength. This country is not the country it was 90 days ago. Way different. Way different. You know what's going to happen is you're going to have the left, you're going to see a McGovern type scenario develop. Right? Remember when Nixon, well, I don't remember, I wasn't even alive, but when Nixon was elected, right, 68, he was a racist, this was terrible, he's a fascist, right? That's what they were saying. And then they put up this guy like McGovern who got his clock cleaned because they're going to go so far to the left. They're going to go to the Elizabeth Warren wing, they're going to go to the Andrew Cuomo wing, the Bernie Sanders wing, the Kamala Harris wing. That's where they're going to go. And Trump is going to win re-election. And then they're really going to lose their little minds. You can see this playing out. Donald Trump, President Trump, is not a dumb man. He may come across sometimes a little unpolished. Well, he's been in construction in New York City for the last 40 years. Have you talked to many iron workers? Have you talked to many steam fitters, carpenters, masons, construction workers? Yeah, well, guess what? They kind of sound like him. And that's why he resonated so well with that particular group, the ones who voted against their union's best wishes. This is a different country. It was a different country on September 11, 2001. We became a different nation. But we didn't finish what had to be done. We let these people reemerge because we cut the head off. We didn't go for the body. We didn't go for the low-level people and work our way up. That was the one problem I had. Well, there were a couple of problems, but when it comes to Iraq and fighting terrorism, that I had with George W. And I had it from the time that he came out with his deck of cards. Remember, Osama bin Laden was the ace of spades and all this, the clubs and whatever they were. Remember the whole deck of cards he had? I don't like that. I don't like that at all, because you don't get rid of this stuff by going at the top. You create a vacuum. How many times do we use that word vacuum when it comes to power and terrorism and land grabs? You cannot cut the head off. If you have a contingency plan, they have a contingency plan. This was a good move. This was a good move. Strong move. Finally, regaining our spot in the world. And people are happy. They're getting happier with the job President Trump is doing. 47% of likely U.S. voters approve of the president's job performance. That's up like 15% since the Syrian strikes. That was one thing that, according to mainstream media, did nothing, and he's up like 15% from last week. This is according to Rasmussen. People also say 37% think that we should use military force to prevent North Korea from further development of nuclear weapons. This is going to be the next hot button. Do you take out nuclear sites in Iran? Do you take out nuclear sites in North Korea? That's the next question. You see, the president had to shift to a foreign relations model in his presidency. He didn't really want to do it. But he spent the first 60, 70 days, and of course the days in the transition, creating jobs. He created thousands and thousands and thousands of jobs, whether it be Carrier, GM, Ford, Toyota, SoftBank. Created lots of jobs. But at some point, you're going to have a foreign relation issue. You're going to have to deploy your policy. And we didn't hear much about his foreign relation policy, which led a lot of us to believe, well, listen, he's just not going to deal with it. We're going to be strong here, and we're going to have to play defense. Well, it turns out that the best defense is a good offense. That's what's happening here. And yeah, we're going to have to get used to the fact that we just didn't elect a candidate. This is not the first time where somebody has run on something and decided that given more information, they were going to change their mind or change their views or change their policy. Because yes, they are given some intel information while campaigning, but they don't have nearly as much as they have when they sit at that resolute desk. They just don't have the information. And you're going to have to deal with some things that are outside this country in order to make this country safe again, which is what President Trump is doing. Hang in there. We'll be right back.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
If you're eligible for Medicare, you need to know there is money available to you that can lower your Medicare prescription costs. How much can you save? Find out now by making a free call to Health Markets. They'll search from a variety of nationally recognized plans to find you the right coverage at a price that fits your budget. And they'll do all this valuable research for you at no charge to you. And remember, you may be able to save money on your prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge. Call Health Markets right now.
800-990-0351. 800-990-0351. 800-990-0351. That's 800-990-0351.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., licensed in all 50 states and D.C. Service and product availability varies by state. Agents may be compensated based on your enrollment.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California for our sizzling party savings. Book your wedding event or reception, your birthday bash, or a special event of any kind and celebrate at Angelo's and Vinci's. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's and celebrate in one of our many festive banquet rooms. It's an incredible fun event you will never forget. Food, music, and lots of fun. Call for the details, and don't forget our daily lunch and dinners, plus our Sunday champagne brunch. Just $14.95. Minestrone soup, sausage and peppers, pastas, chicken dishes, salads, scones, and muffins, plus so much more. A chocolate fondue fountain, Zeppelis, cannolis, fresh fruit, champagne, and Junior will be waiting to make the omelet of your choice from our omelet bar. Angelo's and Vinci's has been voted on the Orange County Hot List as one of the top 5 Italian restaurants for the past 6 years. And don't forget our award-winning pizzas. Thin or thick, they're yummy. All at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. 714-879-4022.
So you've missed the healthcare deadline and don't have any form of healthcare? Liberty HealthShare has the answer. Liberty HealthShare offers an affordable healthcare option that allows Americans to enroll any time of the year. For those of you who have already enrolled but just aren't satisfied with what you've chosen, there's still hope. Liberty HealthShare allows Americans to control, manage, and direct their health care, yet still be in good standing with the Affordable Care Act. Members are exempt from the tax penalty and mandates imposed on individuals for not having health care insurance, thus giving you freedom from insurance. Liberty HealthShare empowers their members by giving them the ability to choose any doctor or hospital across the nation. Memberships are for individuals, couples, and families, offering a variety of options to best suit an individual's medical needs. If you're a freedom-loving American like myself, looking for contract-free health care, then this is for you. For more information on how to enroll at any time of the year, call 855-585-4237 or visit libertyhealthshare.org to request a free estimate. Do it today.
This is Jeff Carlisi from the Band 38 Special. Let us never forget that police lives matter.
You're listening to the Ryno Report, always right, on the RWB Network.
The Republicans want to repeal it. You know, they actually, with a straight face, say that the Great Recession was caused by too much regulation on Wall Street. They actually say that. You know, I remember when, you know, I've supported my husband through all of his races in Arkansas. And I one of my favorite political ads of all time was a radio ad, rural Arkansas, where the announcer said, wouldn't it be great if somebody running for office said something, we could have an immediate reaction as to whether it was true or not? Well, we've trained this dog. And the dog, if it's not true, he's going to bark. And then the dog was barking on the radio. And so, you know, people were like barking at each other for days after that. I'm trying to figure out how we can do that with the Republicans. You know, we need to get that dog and follow them around, and every time they say these things, like, oh, you know, the Great Recession was caused by too much regulation. You know, I think we could cut right through a lot of their, their claims.
All right, guys, welcome back. This is the last segment of this show here. We covered a lot. We have a lot more to get to. Where this is going to be a running theme here for a couple of days, if not weeks, because I don't think it's going to stop with this. I don't think that's going to be it. They're not going to get the message. They just don't take the hint. They don't get it. So we're going to have to keep reinforcing the idea that they are not in control. We are. And we're not going to put up with it. Now, I want to change gears here just a little bit. We have an update on this guy who was yanked off the plane, this United Airlines plane, this Dr. David Dow, 69 years old. Now he's got a lawyer. He lawyered up. That didn't take long. That didn't take long at all. Says he's got a concussion and he needs reconstructive surgery on his face or something. He's lost a couple of teeth. This guy is going to get $5 to $10 million. Easy. United's having a couple of bad weeks here. You had them kick those girls off the plane for wearing leggings. That I understood. They were taking free tickets on the arm there because their dad was a pilot or something. They should have worn the appropriate attire. But that didn't go over too well. And then now some guy got stung by a scorpion on a United plane going from like Houston to Calgary or something. What the hell's going on with United? Now this doctor... I guess he lost his license to practice for trading drugs for sex favors. I mean, come on, we've all made mistakes. We've all been there. But yeah, so he got his license back, and he had to get to see his patients. He's on like double secret probation or something, and he had to get back. So he's got a big lawsuit coming, and they'll settle that. Just to get it out of the courts, they'll settle that in a heartbeat, no questions. One last thing here. Chelsea Handler. Do you guys watch that show? I hope not. For some reason, she has like 7 million followers on Twitter. She's such a total idiot. But she's got lots of followers on Twitter. And she's campaigning for this John Ossoff. He's a Democrat running for Secretary Price's old seat in Georgia. And she's campaigning hard for him. Apparently, everybody outside of Georgia is campaigning hard for him, since 95% of all of his campaign money has come from outside of the state of Georgia. Well, she told her followers it was imperative on Tuesday to go vote for him. You gotta go vote for him. They gotta take this seat back. Well, she's so stupid because the election is actually next week. It's on the 18th. So she put that on Twitter. And, it didn't really matter. No one's going to vote for the guy anyway. But I think the Republicans do hold that seat. It will be a little close. There's a whole system there for electing somebody. It's not just a one-on-one race. You have to have a majority, and it gets narrowed down. And there's 3 candidates. There's 2 candidates. Eventually, there's one winner. So that's how it works over there in Georgia. So Chelsea Handler in Hollywood pulling for the Democrat. There's a big surprise. Last little thing here. There was a survey done by Morning Consult. Morning Consult did a survey of all the governors in our country. The top 10 most liked governors, all Republican. All Republican. Let's see, you had Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker was number 1. Larry Hogan from Maryland, number 2. And North Dakota's Governor Doug Burgum, he was number 3. Number 4, guess who number 4 was? The Republican governor of the state of Vermont. Phil Scott was number 4 most popular. You had Greg Abbott from Texas, very popular. Bill Haslam from Tennessee, very popular. Nathan Deal from Georgia, very popular. Governor Chris Christie, he was the last. He came in number 50 with a 25% approval rating. Also, Dan Malloy from Connecticut, Democrat, who's absolutely ruined that state. He was pretty far down there, too. So, Republicans do have 33 governors, though. 33 governor's mansions. Guys, hope you had fun today. A big thank you to all those serving our country at home and abroad, and a big thank you to those in the law enforcement community. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for all the hard work. Please keep it up, and above all, please stay safe. Guys, God bless all of you. God bless all of your families. Have a great rest of the day. And until tomorrow, I'm the Ryno.